Hey guys, so today's tutorial is on this Valentine's Day look. So the first thing I like to do is use a brow pencil that's lighter than my eyebrow hairs. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie Cocoa Powder Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. I follow my natural brow shape, nothing perfect, more of a guide so that I can fill them in darker and define more later on. Benefit Cosmetics Stay Don't Stray in light medium to prime my eyelids. I blend this out with my fingertip so that I can feel it going on evenly and also so that I can get into those very inner corners of the eye. Something I love to do as a first step with my eyeshadow looks is to actually use the same blush shade that I'll be using on my face through the crease. This is called My Tai from OFRA Cosmetics. It's a beautiful soft orange shade, more on the lighter side, so it works great as a transitional shadow. I'm just sweeping this back and forth from inner to outer corner of the crease, using light pressure as I work my way up and outwards. So excited to use these new Smashbox Photo Edit eyeshadow trios for the first time. I was really impressed with these. The pigmentation is great. They're very creamy and blendable. So I'm first picking up In the Mood from the Nudie Pick Deep Palette. This is a warm, burnt orangey brown shade with a large blending brush, placing this into the outer lash line area, going up to the crease first and then slowly blending it inwards towards the center of the eye. I did pack this on in about 2 really good layers so that it would be very intense and colorful, and then I went back in with the other blending brush through the crease once again to soften the edges of that shadow and blend it better into the My Tai shade. With a very small blending brush this time, I'm going in for, better precision here, picking up Vintage, a deep brown with purple undertones, lightly blending that onto the lid in layers, moving from the outer corner towards the inner corner to really darken things up. Quickly applying Too Faced glitter glue, dabbing it on with my fingertip to the very center of the lid. This helps to make any glitter eyeshadow really pop. Switching over to a flat brush here, and from the #goals trio, I'm using this sparkly gold shadow called 10,000 Likes to create more dimension to the eye, almost like a halo effect. So you want to pack this onto the very center of the lid, right on top of that glitter glue. For the eyeliner today, I used IT Cosmetics Superhero. It is still my current favorite because it's waterproof, incredibly long-lasting, and super saturated black. Since this was a more glam look for Valentine's Day, I did draw the wing up past the edge of my eye, going further up and out for a more dramatic look. I also chose these awesome, super cheap eyelashes today from Salon Perfect. I just buy them at Walmart, 5 pairs for around $8, such a good deal. Mid-lash, I decided that the dark purpley brown was not quite dark enough and I needed to go in with a neutral black to really deepen the inner and outer corners up, create more of a smoky effect. It just wasn't separating enough visually from the crease shades that we had used. So I went in with this tiny, loosely packed brush to do this. That way I wouldn't apply too much. I love using this brush. It gives me way more control so that I can easily build on any shadow in a precise area with very light layers till it's as dark as I like. And for this I used Side Hustle from the Double Tap Smashbox trio, and I blended the edges up into the crease with my large blending brush. Moving on to the face, this is Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. It's actually a multitasking gel cream. I was really feeling dry, so this helped hydrate my skin while giving it pretty decent coverage, making my redness go away. It preps the skin too for foundation, makes it look all healthy and glowy. I have it in the shade 05. So this is a great foundation right here, guys, for any full coverage look. It's the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I'm using light beige, gives such a nice, smooth, matte finish that lasts forever. I mean, literally into the next day if you wanted it to. I just put it on with my fingers first to distribute the product all over my face, and then I push it in gently with tapping motions using my favorite e.l.f. highlighting sponge. IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in Neutral Medium. Amazing for brightening the center of the face, incredibly creamy. What works best for me is actually working it onto the back of my hand first like this, just kind of rubbing it back and forth to warm it up. It is full coverage, guys, so you really don't need much of it. I apply it starting under the eyes, and sides of the nose to cover shadows and dark circles there. Then down the bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, and center of the chin to highlight. Blend it all in using light tapping motions again with your sponge to help it sink into the skin. Then I set with Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Setting Powder with the e.l.f. Highlighting Sponge too, but I make sure to blot it off, the excess of it, onto the back of my hand so that it doesn't cake up, and I pat it directly under the eyes to prevent that area from creasing, around the nose, and also along the lower half of my face to mattify that down because it helps the makeup look even better in pictures or video, and it also helps the foundation to last longer. Okay, I'm a huge cream bronzer kind of girl. I feel like you guys are probably getting tired of me using the same LA Girl concealer in Almond, so today I was like, let's try and use something different. I swatched this next to my LA Girl one, and it literally looked the same, and it felt pretty similar too. So this is the Pop Beauty Camouflage 101 palette. I'm using this deep skin tone shade to warm up the face, starting along the outer corner of the cheekbones, keeping it close to the hairline so that when I go to blend it out, it doesn't expand and go everywhere. Also, I like to put it along my temples for some dimension there, along the jawline to help define that a bit more. I don't really like to contour with anything too taupe or too dark since my face is already very angular, and also because this look, I really wanted the main focus to be on the eyes and lips, so I kept my bronzer light and natural looking. And here you guys can see me setting this concealer down with the middle shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and just very lightly brushing this over where I applied the concealer. Went back in with that OFRA Cosmetics blush in Mai Tai that we used in the crease. I popped that right onto the apples of the cheeks and worked it back. So with any OFRA Cosmetics powder, since they are really, really pigmented, I have to use my fingertip instead of a brush. I just find that it really helps it to melt into the skin better instead of kind of laying on top of it. I wanted to try out this Jordana Glow and Go Creamy Strobing Stick in Pearl Glow 01. I thought this was so beautiful, no chunky sparkles or glitter. It just went on so smoothly, and it honestly applied really well. I put this on the high points of my face for an extra glow and just gently worked it out with my fingertip. I put it down the bridge of the nose and also on the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them up, and a little along my Cupid's bow as well. Back to the lower lash line, same shadows as the top eyelid. Start with that corally orange blush Mai Tai, bring it from the outer to the inner corner, and then blend it far downwards to make the eyes appear larger. Then go in with darker shades, starting with that burnt orange brown, first keeping it close to the lash line, but then also taking it from inner to outer corner. Then you want to pick up the black eyeliner. This is from C8. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm lining the waterline and lower lash line with this, blending it downwards so that it's not too much of a straight line with a pencil brush. You could even use a smudge brush to do this. And then once you're finished applying that, you want to pick up the dark purpley brown and contour the lower lash line with this, focusing it right where the lashes grow to really help smoke things out even more and to help with the transition from that black eyeliner to the more orangey shades. For mascara today, I used Tarte Lash Paint. I went ahead and brought the wand back and forth through the lashes to build them up a bit and make them look darker. Usually I only use mascara to blend my natural lashes into the falsie, so I pretty much keep it on like the top part, but I felt like the lashes were just a little light and needed to be darkened up. So I went back and forth through them like this. I also used it along the lower lashes as well. And lastly, to finish the eye look, I picked up this creamy beige shade from the #Goals trio called Revenge Bod, and I applied it to the inner corners of my eyes and also to the brow bones as a nice highlight there. As promised, I wanted to show you guys what I do to fill in my eyebrows completely. I used this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Ultimate Brow Palette today. For the first time ever, actually, I used this black shade to fill them in. And you know what? I actually really liked it because usually I go for like a dark brown, but I wanted them to be more intense today. So this powder was very easy to work with. It's very fine and buildable. I noticed like as you first start applying it with the first few strokes, they're more of like a lighter gray. So it was actually pretty easy to work with. I just kept applying it in layers, making it darker and darker towards the tail end of the eyebrow. That's where I focus the majority of the product. I am just using a tiny angle brush here from e.l.f. and I brought just a little bit of the powder through the middle of the brow, and then basically once there's nothing left on the brush, that's when I ran it through the inner corners with a very light hand. For the lips, I used only 2 different things today, guys. You first need a defining lip liner. I used NYX lip pencil in deep red, applied this to the outer corners of both top and bottom lip. For the Cupid's bow, I like to make a little V shape from the top corner going down on both sides till they meet in the middle. And then once it's all filled in, I use a light red lipstick. I love this one from Makeup Forever, the Artist Liquid Matte in 403. Red lips are sometimes hard to get down perfect though with the first fill in, which is why I like to use a lip pencil first. But also, if you need to, like I did today, you can totally take a little bit of foundation onto a concealer brush to help clean up the edges and then go back in with the lip pencil to darken that line up again. And that is it for the finished look, guys. Since this look is so colorful, I decided to go for a black romper, but you could also wear it with white too. If you guys try this look, let me know down in the comments how it goes. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time.